In the quiet town of Wadsworth, Ohio, the spring of 2018 brought with it a horror that would forever scar the community. On April 6, 2018, 98-year-old Margaret Douglas, a beloved figure in the neighborhood, was hunted and brutally murdered in her home by Gavon Ramsay, a high school junior. The shocking brutality of the crime would lead to one of the most chilling murder cases of all time. Welcome to Timeless Mysteries. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Today, we delve into a particularly disturbing and heinous crime. I'm choosing to intentionally leave out some of the specific details. I can assure you, these details are deeply unsettling, and I would advise caution should you choose to Google these unsaid details. For days, Margaret's friends and neighbors didn't suspect that anything was amiss. You must keep in mind that Wadsworth, Ohio, is a small town that's safe enough that you can forget to lock your door at night without worry. There are no bars over windows to keep burglars out. You can leave your car running when you go into a convenience store. So, you can imagine the shock that would forever cast a dark shadow over this peaceful community when this story first aired on local news channels. On April 9th, 2018, concerned relatives requested a wellness check after failing to reach her, which led to the gruesome discovery by Wadsworth Police Sergeant Joseph Rose, who was there investigating with his team. The police initially found no signs of forced entry or foul play. It was only during a more thorough investigation that they uncovered Margaret's body, carefully hidden in her own home. The crime scene was unlike anything the small-town officers had ever encountered. Margaret's body was stuffed into a closet and concealed under a pile of clothes. Authorities came to suspect Gavon Ramsay in the murder of Margaret Douglas through a combination of surveillance evidence, digital footprints, and troubling behavioral indicators. On the day Margaret disappeared, surveillance cameras captured Ramsay loitering around her residence, engaging in suspicious activities such as peering into windows and checking doors, suggesting an intent to burglarize or worse. His presence near the home during the critical time frame immediately raised red flags for investigators. Further suspicion arose from an analysis of Ramsay's mobile phone data, which placed him in the vicinity at the time of the crime. A deeper investigation into his phone revealed morbidly disturbing, illicit photographs and video footage of Margaret Douglas taken post-mortem, providing undeniable evidence of his presence at the scene and indicating a high level of premeditation. Additionally, Ramsay's internet search history showed an unsettling fascination with violence, including searches on murder techniques and how to avoid detection. This digital evidence, coupled with his inability to provide a consistent alibi, further solidified his connection to the crime. Ramsay, known as a loner with peculiar habits, had previously exhibited antisocial behavior that, in hindsight, suggested he was capable of such a violent act. After the crime, Ramsay's actions continued to incriminate him. He attempted to clean up the scene after hiding Margaret's body in a closet. His calm demeanor in the aftermath, without any apparent distress or shock, was particularly chilling, which contrasts sharply with what one might expect from someone uninvolved in such a horrific event. The images documenting his intimate acts with the deceased revealed evidence of sadistic tendencies and a compulsion for control, coupled with a disturbing level of psychosexual deviance. The recording, likely intended to fulfill a desire to relive the crime, suggested that Ramsay's actions were not only premeditated and methodically carried out, but also hinted at the potential for repetition. Targeting the elderly victim may have represented an easy first attempt, reinforcing the calculated nature of his actions and ultimately securing his conviction. The case quickly gained notoriety, not just for the shocking nature of the crime, but also because of Ramsay's age. At just 17 years old, Ramsay's actions raised difficult questions about juvenile justice, mental health, and the potential for rehabilitation. Gavon Ramsay's case underwent a bind-over or transfer hearing, a legal process in Ohio where a juvenile court judge determines whether a juvenile should be tried as an adult. Given the severity and premeditated nature of Ramsay's crime, Along with his age, the judge decided to transfer the case to adult court. This decision allowed Ramsay to be charged as an adult with aggravated murder, kidnapping, abuse of a corpse, and aggravated burglary. During the trial, the defense argued that Ramsay's young age and potential for rehabilitation should be considered in his sentencing. The defense attempted to paint a picture of a troubled youth whose actions, though heinous, stemmed from deep psychological issues that could potentially be addressed with the right interventions. They suggested that Ramsay's escalating deviance could have been caught earlier with proper mental health care, which perhaps could have prevented the tragedy. In January 2019, Ramsay was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The judge emphasized that the severity of the crime, combined with the overwhelming evidence of premeditation, made Ramsay a significant threat to society, one that could not be mitigated by his age or the possibility of rehabilitation. The case of Gavon Ramsay raises important questions about the psychological factors that may lead a young person to commit such a brutal crime. Ramsay's behavior, as revealed during the investigation and trial, suggested deep-seated issues that had gone unaddressed for years. His fascination with violence, his antisocial behavior, and his careful planning of the murder all point to a troubled mind, one that might have been helped with early intervention. This naturally leads to questions about parental responsibility. If Ramsay's parents had been more aware of his mental state, could they have sought help before his behavior escalated to murder? The legal system did not charge Ramsay's parents with neglect, likely because there was no clear evidence that they were aware of the severity of his psychological issues. However, the case does highlight the importance of parental vigilance and the need for proper mental health support when one's child exhibits signs of distress or deviant behavior. In March 2020, Ramsay's defense team appealed the life sentence, arguing that it was excessively harsh for a juvenile. They continued to emphasize his age and the possibility that, with the right treatment, Ramsay could be rehabilitated. However, the Ohio 9th District Court of Appeals upheld the original sentence. The appeals court cited the calculated nature of Ramsay's actions and the overwhelming evidence against him as justification for the life sentence. Thank you for joining Timeless Mysteries, where we delve into seemingly impossible discussions. Please like and subscribe to stay updated on future episodes. I need your support. Please become a member today, where you'll have the opportunity to help decide topics of future videos and hear early drafts before they are published. With your support, my channel will grow. I'd love to hear your thoughts, not just on this specific case, but on the broader question of how we can prevent such behavior from escalating in the first place. Should parents and schools bear more responsibility for recognizing these warning signs? And if they fail, who's left? Friends, relatives who may hesitate to report concerning behavior? Could technology, like search engines, play a role in alerting authorities to repeated disturbing searches? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.